Let's make some chocolate raspberry candy. Now usually you get these in sticks, and you can make them in sticks if you want to. We got these nice little molds off Amazon. I'll leave a link below on where you can get these. If you don't want to do it this way, you can put it in just a regular glass dish, and you can then cut it into squares and dip it in the chocolate. But it's a great recipe. We've had these, I think we've bought them in stores before, and some of the, especially during the holidays. All right, first we're going to start off with a half a cup of room temperature water. To that we're going to add 2 packets of gelatin mix. We're just going to kind of like that, let that sit just for a few minutes.
Unflavored gelatin?
Yep, unflavored gelatin, I'm sorry. Just going to let that sit just for a few minutes. Over here in the saucepan here, we're going to add 3/4 a cup of hot water, 1 cup of sugar, and a 6-ounce package of raspberry jello. It's a large one. We're going to put this over a medium-high heat, and we're going to bring it to a boil. Once that gets to a boil, we're going to drop that down to a medium-low, give that a nice stir, and we're just going to then add in our unflavored gelatin mixture with the water. We've turned that down to a low, and now that we are going to stir that in, and we are going to cook this for 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. This is a beautiful, nice clear color. We're going to turn that off. On our molds, now we're using, like I said, we're using the molds. If you want, you can use a, we'll let that cool just a tad bit. Actually, before I put them in the molds, I want to let this cool for just a second. And over here, in the molds, we've coated them all with a non-stick cooking spray. We didn't let it cool for that long. We just wanted it enough so that way when we stirred it, it would no longer bubble up. We're just now going to fill each of our little containers here up. And when we're done filling them up, we're then going to let them sit at room temperature overnight. We'll let that sit overnight. We're in a saucepan over here. We're going to place about half a bag or 8 ounces of this dark chocolate flavored. We don't want to do too much at a time because otherwise it will harden up on us too quickly. Over here, we've already taken one of these out of our jello mixtures. And if you see how easy that comes out, super simple. All right, we're going to let that chocolate melt. One of the things you don't want to do on this is definitely you don't want to over melt your chocolates. Now what I mean by that is you don't want to leave it there on there too long because then it starts to get hard again in a way that you can't fix. All right, we're just going to take some of our, I'm just going to grab one by hand. I'm going to drop it in, coat it. I've seen people use a toothpick method. I'm always afraid it'll drop off. And I really don't mind a little extra chocolate on my candies because let's face it, the chocolate's delicious. Super simple here. We're just going to coat all sides. Stick it on a tray with some wax paper. Alright, we're going to finish these up. Alright, we get them all dipped. You know, they're not perfect with the little chocolate, but you know what? Whenever you're eating them, who cares? It only takes just a couple of seconds for them to get nice and coated. After we get them coated, they set up really fast. Those are really good. Let's give them a try.